But I am rather curious about the... Well, that would be a bit more difficult now, wouldn't it? Due to how it's designed. Yeah. I'll probably come back for it later. For now, let's exit and go free the last guy. So close, so far. Oh boy. Well, this looks wonderful. Ah, he's in there. Well, there doesn't really seem to be anything here, so maybe this will come. Whoa! Give me something. Oh. I see. I see. I need to give myself enough time to get stuff done. You see? What will I do once I have it up? Not sure. We'll find out. This seems to be not where to stop. How peculiar. Where's the red one? Oh right, it was over there, yes, wasn't it? Right, so the actual switch is in there. Okay, I have an idea. I have it. I'll stand here for a little while, allowing myself to take that, put in, and create a line over to that. Then I'll move over here, allow myself to be flung over there. Then I'll move over here again, allowing the red beam to pass again, allowing myself to open and free the last remaining doom. Yes, yes. So curious about those, but I suppose we shall all be clear in due time. Go. Now we just need to wait a little bit. And the red beam shall be free. There we go. You're free, Sam! Get the hell out of here. And have fun. Huh. A little metal hubcap thingy and base. Suppose you didn't have that much, but you can all throw your little frisbee thing. Incredible stories. Featuring new work by Belial, Mac, Galatea, Mac Multiple. Of a little Mac, fiction, Alexander's Choice by Galatea, The One Spiritual Law of Habits by Belial, non-fiction, The Blacksmith's Lost Work by Mac. Alexander stood before the terminal and pondered her choice. Here within the Pyramid of Iron, the most powerful temple of her peoples, was about to create a world. All she had to do was press one button. But once at this moment it seemed easy, or if not easy, then so necessary as to define contemplation. Civilization had to be saved from the impending catastrophes. The orangutans had failed to take steps to protect themselves, had relied on their gods for salvation that never came. The same fate could not be allowed to befall humanity. Okay. If this meant humbling herself, accepting her own death, then so be it. But death was inevitable. Life was a choice. The warrior was the ones who would fail. All the lost souls of the new world, victims of the process. In creating them, was she not also responsible for their deaths? He turned to the statue behind her, gazed at its marble form. If you are God, Zeus, as the stories claimed, then why did you create the illusion? Why did you make a world that can only grow through cruelty and pain? For a moment, surely this meant death was near. She thought she heard mention, my child, I was shaped by the gods became before me, as you were shaped by me. The choice I had was between creation and oblivion, life and death. And I choose life because any life is better than no life. Because as long as there's life, there's hope, if not for us, then for some generations to come. And how are you a god if you can offer so little, she whispered, feeling death creep closer. I am a god because I can take upon myself the burden of creation, the statue replied. Then we are all gods, Alexander said and pushed the button. As the new world came into being, death overwhelmed Alexandra dreaded. Her mind fled and her body slowly turned to stone, until she stood before the terminal as Zeus stood on his pedestal. There were no more choices now, only the hope that creation mattered. Well, that's kind of neat. The one spiritual law of happiness. Once upon a time there was a small lake, and on the lake was an island. On that island was a prison. In the prison lived a male human called Musky Rack. Musky was very sad, because there wasn't enough space in the prison for him to experience happiness. I must discover the one spiritual law of happiness, he said to the other prisoners. A female human called Seed and a neutral human called Crumpier. But they didn't care. He couldn't understand how they could be so calm. One day Musky managed to break out of his cell by biting through the bars. Now he was no longer the prisoner, for a while he was happy. But when he realized he was stuck on an island, and he became unhappy again. So he gathered his strength and swam across the water. This is how Musky got to the valley that surrounded the lake. The valley was much bigger than the island, and there were many interesting things here. A forest where all the trees were the color of lasers, swarmed with boats in it, a singing dog, and also a city where toasters lived. For some years, Musky was absorbed by all this, and he was happy, but then he started feeling trapped again. The valley was surrounded by mountains, and soon they looked like prison walls to him. He tried climbing the mountains and came to a bigger country, but even that was surrounded by oceans. Where was true freedom? Where was true happiness? When he'd almost lost hope, Muskie met an old male human with a huge amount of white hair growing from his head. He lived in a small house by the beach where dolphins and whales and sea elephants came to bask in the sun. He never went anywhere far from his house, but he was always happy. The old man's name was Quantum. Wise old Quantum, how can I discover the spiritual law of happiness? Muskie said. I've searched for it everywhere, but I'm always trapped. You have not looked everywhere, Quantum said, for you have not looked within. Close your eyes. Muskie closed his eyes, and for the first time in his life he couldn't see any obstacles. No walls, no mountains, no oceans. The space within him was without end, and he could go where he wanted without even moving. He smiled. Muskie went back to that old prison where he started, and now understood why Seed and Crumpler were always calm. They knew they had an infinite of time and space to explore within them. Together set their sails and were happy and free. Yes, you know what? I appreciate that feeling of being able to free your mind and such, but it's also clearly the product of... But this philosophy that you don't need to be outside the prison is clearly the philosophy of people who can't go outside the prison, sour grapes and all that. I respect it in a way, but I also acknowledge that, you know, in a prison you want to get out. But the thing is sometimes not to see the things surrounding you as prison walls, the oceans, the valley, the limitations. They're not walls, they're just different space. And sometimes overcoming them is a challenge. But it's not an entrapment, it's just that the world is different. Let's see what this is all about. The blacksmith is one of the most mysterious members of the community. All of us have our opinion, of course, but only the blacksmith chose to express them purely for art. So the rest of us, Gehenna means many things at once. We create, we consume, we discuss. So the blacksmith only creates, and perhaps there's a discussion happening, but it all takes place in the realm of interactive art. The blacksmith's dedication to this one form of communication, however, only deepens one of Gehenna's great mysteries, the fate of the blacksmith's lost work. Jerusalem, as the lost work was called, was posted Gehenna for only the briefest period of time. Many have not even managed to start playing it when it vanished. Some have begun to feel quite impressed, but have not managed to explore it in the depth that it seemed to require. Then suddenly it was gone. Some suggest that the blacksmith deleted it because it was somehow flawed. Others think it was accidentally destroyed by a glitch. Although the blacksmith refused to ever upload anything twice. Others yet, many Rockwell thinks that it contained one of Elohim's secrets and was destroyed by a killer app that roams the world looking for leaks. There's also a theory that the moment someone finished it, they were granted some kind of special insight, at which point the word deleted itself. One fact remains, it's gone and every attempt to recover from the database has failed, as has every private message to the blacksmith asking for it to be made available again. What was Jerusalem? What was it really about? We may look for hints in the blacksmith's more recent works. We may hope the farm turns up again someday. The truth may never be known. Fantastic. There's more theories on food. Since Nave asked me previously, I thought I'd write something about food. Weird, awesome stuff, thanks. I feel smarter now. What I don't get is how so many of them didn't understand that they were machines. Every day they went around processing matter to extract energy and they didn't realize. This has Talos principle stamped all over it. Perhaps they seem to aspire to something more than just being food processing machines. That's still what they were. Not if they choose to be more. I'm glad we don't have to deal with all that. We may have to when we get out of here. There's no out of here. Don't start fighting, folks. We depend on each other. Impossible spirits are fascinating to listen insight into the world that was, but we should forget the world that is, the world we built here. Food is something that's incredibly central to the human experience. It's completely absent from ours, even though we are so similar in so many ways. Humans require fuel. They got this fuel by consuming other living things, in which there was a great variety in their world. Without fuel, they didn't merely slow down or temporarily stop functioning as when a power source is removed from a turret, but physically decayed in a way that could not be fixed. This meant they had to constantly seek new sources of fuel, at least 3 times a day. They also had to deal with those elements of their fuel that their bodies could not process. These were excreted through 2 orifices between their legs. The later subject matter was the source of many taboos and also a great deal of humor, though this resulted in frequent controversy. The most famous artist to engage with this subject was called Scatman John, on account of his specialization. One of the ingenious things our human ancestors did was to transform the chore of fuel seeking into a source of pleasure. Since parts of their bodies respond to chemical configurations by producing sensations, they used this trait to create a truly stunning variety of foods, each having a different so-called taste. Foods were available at widely distributed fueling stations, which also provided excrement removal facilities, so food became a source of pleasure. However, the inefficiencies of food distribution in human society frequently led to significant shortages for sections of the human population. There were attempts to rectify this, ranging from moral appeals to strong for systemic change, but I do not know if they succeeded before the end. Interesting. New gallery season. Voting is now closed while we tally up the results. Of course, you may continue to explore the gallery at your leisure. How convenient, the vote was closed just before I got here. Good luck, everyone. I wouldn't let my newfound freedom come between me and watching the live assault. There's also in drumroll. Third place, Nate with Where the Humans Live. My first placement, woo! I pity it finally comes on the day Europe begins pulling this place apart. It was a very tight competition this season for first and second place, and in the end it came down to a single deciding vote. In second place this season is McMultipus with a collective natural history queries. Really, I owe it all to you guys. Your Laganation approach to these announcements tightly. Please inform us who won. Okay. Wow, curious. Finally, first place this season is a single vote. My single vote and next season leading blind, and the winner is everyone seems to love this guy. It's the Blacksmiths with his abstract collection. I don't know why everyone keeps voting for this guy when he never shows up in person. Holier than thou, if you ask me. Congratulations also to all those who voted for the Blacksmith. Be sure to check in for your rewards. They live a second turn per vote. And I'm handed signing vote as it happens. What did this selected winner? Gained no profile status. Greater threat. No, it's just trying to stop us. What is the truth about him? The first we created. Get back soon as you and I was replied. This is interesting. Oh, does anyone already reply? I heard that from those who govern this world, how they would have it been seen. Now we're still from its people. What is Gehenna's view? Or what does it truly turn? A bit better, but yeah. I figured that asking why they were sent here was pointless, since, from what I read, they truly don't know. But what does this place mean to them? That could be interesting to know. And be encouraging. But I believe I freed everyone from in here. Yeah, got everyone. And, yeah, so you just kind of been plucked in. Anyway, this has been Narcobra. This has been Let's Play, the Talos Principle Blind. Well, we freed a couple of these trapped people. We're gonna be freeing many more in the future. See you all around.